In all of my years of renovating, I had never done a girls' room makeover before, and it was a crying shame since I have 3 girls. I started with modifying some IKEA PAX units, which I could have built from scratch for much cheaper, and honestly, they would have been a lot sturdier since they would have been made from plywood instead of cheap particle board. But I've been building built-ins from scratch for years now, and I was ready to try something ready to assemble. Except that they didn't have the right width I needed, so I had to modify them, which was still way faster and easier than building from plywood. I had debated between buying 6x6 wood posts to build a bed frame, so I wouldn't have to piece together 2x4s, but I decided to go the cheaper route and build them with 2x4s and cover them with 1/2-inch plywood. This was definitely more labor intensive because I had to cut all of those tiny plywood pieces to fit just perfectly to cover the 2x4s, and then I had to fill all of the seams with Bondo to hide them, and that took forever. But it was definitely the cheaper way to go. I did a ton of sanding and routering and wiping and sanding and vacuuming and sanding and caulking to get everything finally ready for paint, and I decided I wanted to paint everything all at once, so I also got all of my trim, doors, and baseboards ready to go while I was at it, so I only had to clean out my paint sprayer one time for the primer and one time for the actual paint. Painting took about 5 seconds, and then it was done. It's nice. I found this super pretty pre-pasted wallpaper from Home Depot online, and I knew that it would make the room. I was able to get it installed in a day, but only because my friend Veronica came to help. It took so much longer than I thought it was going to. I could have built these doors and door fronts for my PAX units and the bottom of the bed for way cheaper than buying them, but building doors is surprisingly labor intensive if it's not something you do every day, and I was trying to hustle to get this done, so I ordered these doors from an online door company. All of the bedding, furniture, and other decor also could have been done more cheaply had I repurposed some thrifted furniture and bought secondhand, but again, I'm at the point of life where time is money, and I decided to spend the money and save the time. Within reason, of course. To be honest, I'm kind of shocked at the total cost of this room since it took me 7 months to complete, and I just bought things as I went rather than all at once. And to my husband's dismay, yeah, girl doesn't know how to budget. But didn't it turn out so beautiful?